My dad never took money from us, so I don't take money from them. And I was brought up, if I'm out with my kids, then I'm gonna pay. I'll let them pay, but then I'll still like give them the money back. That's how I was brought up. That's how I was raised. That's what my dad always did. I don't really remember from what my mom did, but that's what I remember from my dad. Like if I was out with him, he'll pay for it, or he'll see that I pay for it, and then he'll give me the money back. So it's like a learned behavior.
I hear what you're saying, but
So if one of our kids asks to borrow money, are you gonna give it? Well, I guess only one of them got a job. Are you gonna give it to her? Are you gonna give it, or are you gonna loan it?
The kids, I usually don't expect it back, especially the girl. She'll make it seem like she paid me back, knowing she didn't. To try to, she's the ultimate finesser. So, with her, it's either if I got it to give, then I just give. I don't worry about her paying me back. And then the boys, they don't work.
Right.
So I can't really expect. I feel bad when I take money from them. Sometimes I do though. It just depends. Like if Joe wants his fourth pizza of the week, then yeah, you gonna pay for your fourth pizza.
So here's the thing: my dad never took money from us, so I don't take money from them. And I was brought up, if I'm out with my kids, then I'm gonna pay. I'll let them pay, but then I'll still like give them the money back. That's how I was brought up. That's how I was raised. That's what my dad always did. I don't really remember from what my mom did, but that's what I remember from my dad. Like if I was out with him, he'll pay for it, or he'll see that I pay for it, and then he'll give me the money back. So it's like a learned behavior.
I went to the parenting school of Bernie Mac.
Boy, bye.
He said F them kids. So sometimes that's just what it's going to be.
Whatever. No, I think, and I feel like that's why we get along so well, because we're so opposite and we're able to see each other's point of view. Doesn't mean that we're always going to agree with it, but we're able to see it. Like me, I can now understand like why you would loan somebody some money. Am I going to do it? Absolutely not. Like I'm not going to. I just can't. And it's so crazy because my dad was very generous as well. I don't know where I get my stingy ways from.
I don't know. You must got some hidden trauma that you
right. Somebody ain't
explored.
paid me back, and I'm like, never again.
Yeah, something happened. You had a bad experience, and you know that happens, man. Somebody burns you bad on something.
Yeah.
You'll learn. It's like a kid touching a hot stove. Like I'm not gonna do that again.
Right.
So that definitely makes sense. And I've had situations where I got burned. I've had other situations where that $20-$30 that I gave was the last time I heard from that person, and it told me like, hey, I just bought peace and quiet. Yeah. So, and you know how I am on my peace and quiet.
I'm trying to think of the last time I actually loaned somebody money. Like I won't, because I will hound you until you give it back. Period. And then if you don't give it back, I'm going on social media and blasting you and letting everybody know, don't ever let this person borrow money because they will not pay you back.
Not me, man. I just think that being removed from my graces is the worst punishment. I can embarrass you on social media, but then that makes me look like a fool too. So I'm just going to say, you know what? I'm just not going to deal with you no more, because 9 times out of 10, I don't bother nobody. I don't ask nobody for nothing. So 9 times out of 10, you're going to need me before I need you. And when you do need me again, that's when I'm going to stun on you.
I'm going to be on social media, and both of us going to be looking like fools. Me for loaning you it, and you for not paying it back.
You, not me, I am.
I mean, I would really be on social media, but stuff like that, like, I will leave a bad review for something in a heartbeat.
I look at old social media posts where I was sneak dissing somebody and sending subliminal messages, and I just cringe at it now. And I'm like, why was I like that? There was no way that I put any of my personal business as far as like being angry with somebody or having a dispute with somebody on social media. That is just so not the adult that I am at this point in time. Now, granted, 10, 12 years ago, yeah, I was that petty and childish, and I would have definitely done it. But at this point, I am petty and childish, don't get me wrong. But not enough to air my dirty laundry or anybody else's dirty laundry out like that.
Yeah, I feel like when we first got together, I was like super petty on social media, and then we actually had that discussion of that we're not going to air our dirty laundry out like that. Even though it wasn't like people knew, but they knew it was like parts of songs that I would put on social media of how you made me feel at that moment, and then we stopped doing that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't. I'm never. You're on Facebook. I'm not a Facebook person. I'm on Instagram, but not really. My thing is like YouTube now, so.
Yeah, I just got over my Reddit phase, so
That was quick. That lasted like a month.
you know, when I get some new glasses, I might get back on it.
Oh, gee. You want to borrow mine?
I'm gonna have to turn the magnification up on my computer if I'm gonna continue on Reddit. Yeah, once I read for a little about 20, 30 minutes, I stare at computer screens all
30
day.
minutes.
I stare at computer screens all day. I'll be reading an article and I'll be halfway through the article and I just stop reading it just because my eyes get tired.
Oh my
So.
god. Well, you could already. What did you say? That read to me feature that maybe you need that. Oh man.
And this podcast is over. Thank you for coming out. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe.